Fucking hell, that's bad. Oh my days. Somebody check on Di Canio. Somebody check on Di Canio. Where is he? Where is he? He's probably digged his head under the earth. Somebody check on Paolo Di Canio. 7 of them are salmon hunters. 7 of them don't even know how to play football. 7 of them in their free time go in the woods, in the lakes, and they go catching fish for salmons. The circle is complete. Karma is a bitch at its finest. And I am so happy today because seeing them like this, seeing karma act like this has no price. It has no price. Guys, my friends, family, my dearest followers, I don't even want to call you followers because we've been in this journey together. A circle can be closed. A circle can be closed. They busted our balls saying that Conference League trophy means nothing. You played Bodo Glimt in it. You played Feyenoord in it. That is the 7th team cup. It means absolutely nothing. It's worthless. It's useless. It's pointless. You're absolutely terrible. Karma is a bitch. Feyenoord knocked them out of Europe the year after we won that trophy. And Bodo Glimt, the famous Bodo Glimt that they so mocked us about, eliminated them from one of the easiest brackets in the history of the Europa League. Karma is a bitch. And maybe for once, somebody out there has opened their eyes to the fact that to win a trophy, you don't have to only be favourites on paper, but you got to try your best. To reach the final stages of a tournament, you got to reach that mental level that is probably wrong at that football club. Right, I'm done rambling about them. I don't want to focus this on them. I am happy, but of course, the last thing which I'll send and I'll end this. I want everybody here to comment in the live chat and comment if you're watching this live. This video needs to be submerged by fish emojis, okay? Fish emojis. Live chat, comments if you're watching this later on. Spam the fish emojis because today is all about salmons. Today is all about fish. Today is all about salmon, the so famous salmon hunters that Paolo Di Canio was on about. Last thing before I end this, because I don't want to speak about them, this is about us, we've got a very important game tomorrow. I don't want to hear one single Lazio fan say, oh, Roma fans, it's nice to see we kept you awake late at night yesterday evening. Don't copy your jokes. Don't copy our jokes, number one. Number one, don't copy our jokes. That's our joke. We used this phrase for the past 8 years with you guys. And second of all, let me remind any Lazio fan watching this that the 31st of May 2023, you plopped your ass on your sofa the 31st of May and you lifted yourself up the 1st of June. Okay? And you still have you still have eye rings. You still have eye rings from that 31st of May 2023. I don't even want to hear one Lazio fan who says, we kept you awake so long. You're obsessed by us. Fuck you. Karma hit you bad. Karma is a bitch. The circle has been closed. When you spit in the air, that spit falls back in your eyes. Come on! Right, let's focus on us, because I don't want to focus on them too much. I've not been this happy. Yesterday evening, oh my days. Yesterday evening, I witnessed I was part of one of the most powerful hate watches, probably the most powerful hate watch of my life. I have to be honest with you. Yesterday, I was with 2 Lazio friends. Imagine me and 2 Lazio friends, couple of beers in that living room behind. Oh my days, it was the best thing ever. It was the best thing ever. Seeing them, seeing their pain, seeing their suffering. against Bodo Glimt. The very famous Bodo Glimt. We'll teach you how to beat Bodo Glimt one day. Don't worry. We'll teach you how to do it. Right. I'm done. I promise I'm done. Let's look on us. Let's look at us. Let's focus on us. Because, of course, Korma is a bitch. So it's very easy for us to speak about Korma now. And then Korma will probably hit us bad tomorrow. Tomorrow we have to win. Because it's the last easy game of the season. It's the last easy game of the season because it is. Because after this we've got Inter, Fiorentina, Atalanta and Milan all together, and then in the end of the season, last game week, we're away in Turin. So this is, under all effects, the last easy game of the season, a game which we have to win. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. We have to get 3 points. We have to celebrate Easter with 3 points in our pocket because I expect a very weird game week. And this is an alert. I think we'll win tomorrow. I don't want to jinx it. I do think we will win. But we have to be careful because the game week before Easter is always full of surprises. It's a trademark in this league. The game week before Easter is always a pain because everybody's always focusing on Easter. Everybody's already looking at that turkey, whatever you eat, the players involved. So everybody has their heads in Easter. So many teams come from their European games. So I see a game week full of surprises. I'm speaking about Roma-Verona in this case. But look, Lazio going away to Genoa. I can guarantee you Lazio will win. Lazio are mentally, psychologically, physically, they are destroyed after yesterday, so I don't think Lazio will win. Fiorentina is going away at Cagliari. They just came from a European game. Inter, I know that Inter, we don't really need to speak about Inter, but just in general to outline this game week, prepare surprises because these are the game weeks which will have the most surprises. With that being said, we can't allow these surprises to hunt us down tomorrow because I don't see how. I don't see a world where Verona win tomorrow. I can see a game where Verona make it hard. Yes, I actually think it's not going to be an easy one for various reasons. I see a similar game to the Cagliari game a few weeks ago. A game that in the end we will win, but we will suffer like mad and we will struggle to score. And it's going to be one of those episodes like a corner kick or a penalty or a free kick or something like that, which is going to give us 3 points tomorrow. I think there are 3 reasons for this. The number one is Easter break and this triggering of Easter. Number 2, we're not the same team that we were a month ago, in a sense that you can tell that we've lost a bit of psychological momentum, I think. And number 3, Verona will come to the Olimpico to park the bus like mad. And without Paulo Dybala on the pitch, when we face teams that park the bus, we always struggle. We can end up winning, and we have ended up winning, but it's always like a 1-0 win. So I am a bit scared for tomorrow because look, I'm just looking at the league table just to see if Verona are safe. Because if Verona are mathematically safe, then yeah, Verona are safe. I mean, Venezia 24 points, currently 18th. Verona is 14th with 32 points. Look, credit to them. I actually think 3 months ago, beside Monza, they were the worst team in the league. Because they were absolutely terrible. Yeah, they were terrible. I actually think, had we faced them 3 months ago, I would have said that Verona are one of those teams that deserve relegation. But you have to give credit to Zanetti because with a very bad team, because Verona's team, in my opinion, in terms of squad, is one of the worst, if not the worst in the league. I mean, part of me believes that Monza has a better squad than Verona. I know you all know the season that Monza is living. Verona have a very bad team. They've got a there is not one player who stands out in their team. There really isn't. There really is not one player which I look and go, oh shit, I am a bit scared about him. No one. Literally no one. And I have no idea how we managed to lose against them. I mean, it was the peak of the downfall of Ivan Juric. The peak of the downfall was the 5-1 against Fiorentina. But the second peak was that 3-2 defeat against Verona. I will remember that game and we still decided to keep Juric after we lost 3-2 to Verona, which back then were even shittier than this. I don't understand Verona, but you have to give it to Zanetti because look, with a bad team, he's 14th. With a bad team, he's basically guaranteed safety with 6 game weeks to go. And everybody looks at Como like Como is unbelievable. Fabregas is doing an incredible job. Verona are only 4 points behind Como. And Como spent around 120 million this summer. And Como's team can't even be compared to Verona. So is Verona overachieving or is Como overrated? That's the question. Because everybody says Como, wow, Como, Fabregas, the new Xabi Alonso. But then you look at the league table and Verona, who have got a terrible team, are only 4 points behind them. So is it Verona who have put it through and overachieved this season? Or is it Como who are overrated? That's a simple question. The only player which I'm a bit scared, having said that, is Suslov, because he's got those hits. He's got those banger hits. He's got those wonder goals in his foot that he normally pulls out once in a while. But I mean, speaking on a general behalf, Verona are a team that I would love to see get relegated one day. I can't stand Verona. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that when we go there, we always struggle. Verona is a team that we always struggle against. It's actually insane. The stadium is horrible. The logo is terrible. I mean, how on earth can you have a bulldog as your mascot? I don't know. The fans are the most neo-fascist things I've ever seen, close to Lazio. No, Verona is a team that I would love to see go down, but unfortunately, God damn it won't be this year. By the way, Sassuolo back in the Serie A. God damn it, part 2. We always struggle against Sassuolo. Against Sassuolo away, we always have a nightmare. So Sassuolo back in the Serie A next season. Yeah. Oh God. That would be nice. That would be nice. Can't wait. Sassuolo away. We need some green teams in the league. So part of me is happy that Sassuolo is back up. No, I absolutely hate them. I'm not happy at all. But Sassuolo have I mean, Sassuolo in the Serie B is like if you put, it's like they dominated the Serie B from game week 1 to the last game week. Like putting Sassuolo with Berardi and Loriente in the Serie B is like putting an ostrich in the middle of chicks. It's gonna eat them up. It's not even in doubt. Sassuolo going down and selling nobody was inevitably going to lead to them dominate the league and go straight back up. And I actually don't think Sassuolo are going to get relegated again. I think Sassuolo's team is way better than the majority of the teams in this Serie A edition. I don't know how Sassuolo got relegated last season. It was a big surprise, actually. Speaking about us, we've not been the same team in these last 2 game weeks. I know that the opposition has complicated because Juventus and Lazio aren't Genoa and Como. But still, I think with Dybala's injury as well, we've lost a bit of confidence, and I think we've lost a bit of identity in a sense that we don't have somebody who carries us. So yeah, I think tomorrow is gonna be time. Tomorrow, I'm climbing on the shoulders of Mati Sule, who's living a great moment, who's scoring bangers for fun, and I want to see another banger from him tomorrow, another goal, because he's confident, and a goal in the derby does, pump a lot of confidence in you, because it's like if you've done it in the derby in the most heated game, surely you can do it again. And he's only scored bangers with us. From the first goal that he scored with us in Verona a few months ago, that Bacchio goal. Yeah, look, my predicted 11 tomorrow, not many changes. We don't need and we can't allow many changes. I don't want to see Pellegrini. I don't want to sound repetitive, but I don't want to see Pellegrini. Pellegrini, I love him. I don't want to hate him. I don't want to hate on him. I don't want to look like the guy who, if he doesn't speak about Pellegrini in his match previews, it feels like, no, I don't. I've hoped from the start of the season that he could get things going. But for the sake of himself and for the sake of us, because we do need to win this game, I would rather play with somebody who's in a better shape than Pellegrini. People who put Pellegrini in their lineup go, it's his last chance. Let's give him his last chance. It's against Verona at home. Surely he can get a goal. We are demanding Pellegrini's last chance since October, my friends. I am not exaggerating. He's played one good game this season. One. We've played about, 52 games this season? A bit less. I remember Pellegrini playing well in one game. 1 out of 50. 1 out of 40, whatever it is. It's something, like, from something philosophical, it's becoming something mathematical. If Pellegrini starting has only led to him pull one good performance out of 8 months of football, it means that the chances of him pulling something good are very low. 1 in 40. Why do I need to start Pellegrini when he knows that he's going to be sold this summer? He knows that the fans have lost him, and he knows that he's lost the captaincy. Even if he hasn't lost the armband, he's lost the captaincy moral because Mancini's the captain. Why? Please give me one good example for me to put Pellegrini in the lineup. If you can come up with a good example, I will do it. I will say, fine, I want to see Pellegrini. But you can't come up with a good reason. You can't. Because there are no good reasons. It's much better to start somebody who not only will be a base for our long-term future, like Baldanzi, but who at a certain stage, with 1 month to go until the end of the season, will also want it more than Pellegrini. So there is no need, like, starting Pellegrini tomorrow, up the Glasgow Rangers, tomorrow, starting Pellegrini tomorrow is forcing it. Is forcing something that you know won't happen. It's like putting $10 on that Real Madrid remontada on Wednesday. I did it. I fell in the trap. I put $10 on Real Madrid to go through. Because the Real Madrid propaganda, the Real Madrid TikToks, all I had on my For You page in the past 3 days was Bellingham saying remontada and all those edits of Real Madrid. And I fell in that trap. And I was like, fuck it, let's do it. I'm putting $10 on Real Madrid to go through. But Arsenal are a great team. Arsenal have a great defence. Arsenal have great players. Arsenal beat them 3-0. Real Madrid have a shit defence. Real Madrid are a bad team this season. So no reason, apart from the conspiracy propaganda that pulled me to put $10 on that, was actually logic. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. It's the same thing. Starting Pellegrini now is falling in this trap of, it's his last chance. This is your last chance. I believe in you. But I've been saying these words in these match previews for about 8 months now. And every time I come back home from the stadium, I need to spend 5 minutes of my match reaction going, Pellegrini was not good enough. Basta. Let's end it. Maybe sub him in, but don't start him. Full stop. End of discussion. I want to see Baldanzi, I want to see Sule, and I want to see Dovbyk, because Dovbyk needs goals. And these are the games Dovbyk normally scores goals in. And then Shomurodov to come in, of course. Last 30 minutes, also depending on the game. No, in fact, not depending on the result. Regardless of the result, last 30 minutes, Shomurodov needs to come in, because he gives that push. He gives that injection of good vibes. So yeah, that's the lineup I want to see, and that's the lineup which, look, I'll give it to you. I wouldn't mind Gournadois starting tomorrow instead of like Kone, because these players, I know they've got 1 game per week, but the fact that what they've done tired them out. These players are tired. Even mentally they are. So I would consider, I wouldn't necessarily do it, but I would consider starting Guinaduat ahead of Kone because I want to see more of Guinaduat. Okay? Pizzilli's there as well, but I think as of now, from what I saw in those 30 minutes against Juventus, Guinaduat played well. Intensity, he puts. Intensity shift. And we need intensity shifts when you need to break low blocks, like the one that Verona will pull tomorrow. Guendouzi crying had me laughing for a whole minute. Everything about yesterday had me laughing. Everything. It was so nice. I agree for Serie, he's unplayable. Group stage, Europa League, he's fine, says Paolo. Yeah, he did score against Braga, you're right. Last few things. Get Baldanzi to start. Sassuolo in Serie B is like Leeds United in the Championship. Dove big goal would slap. Did you already speak about the Lazio Bodo game? Oh yes, mate. Flashback to the first 5 minutes and you'll enjoy it. To think we drew with Monza and lost to Verona. Man, Juric did more damage than Hale. We would be in the Champions League without Juric. 100%. I'm convinced. We would be. Yes, we would have been in the Champions League if Juric had never happened. Is top 4 still possible? No. It's not. I mean, it is mathematically, of course, but Ranieri said it in the press conference today. To get top 4, you need to win the majority of games, and you need the teams up there to collapse. Juventus won't collapse. Juventus will get 4th. We need to get Europa League. Europa League is the goal, and Europa League would be a very, very important goal. Big goal. It would be a very big achievement from how seen the season. So our objective is that, and we need to win tomorrow. Also, good things, because the Fiorentina game and the Inter game, I'm not saying we'll win them both, but we're playing Inter 2 days before they play their first leg against Barca, and we play Fiorentina in the middle of their 2 games against Real Betis. So I do expect some rotations on both Fiorentina and Inter's side. Especially Fiorentina, if they were to lose a bit of momentum in these next 2 game weeks, that they get to a stage where going all in the Conference League is better. Because now Fiorentina is doing well on both fronts because everybody's so tight up. But if Fiorentina lose a bit of ground in these next 2 game weeks, they can get to our game, and let's say they lose the first leg against Betis, which is, I believe, in Spain. No. Yes. This is perfect. The Fiorentina game is perfect for us because let's say they lose a bit of momentum, okay, in these next league games, and they're playing Cagliari away, which is never easy, and Empoli at home, which I guess, but yeah. Let's say they lose a bit of ground, understand that they need to go all in the Europa League, in the Conference League. Then they go to Spain. Betis away is a tough away game. Let's say they lose 2-1, which is possible. Then they've got the game against us. They will surely rest the team and aim for the comeback in Florence. So the Fiorentina game comes in a very crucial stage for us to exploit. Inter game as well, but of course Inter do need to win the league, and the gap is close, and I think Inter will beat us next weekend. But game by game, we've got a game to win tomorrow. How many points do you think we will get from the last 5 games? So out of 15 points, I'm thinking 5-7. I think we win tomorrow. I think we lose in Milan. I think we win against Fiorentina. So that's 6 points. I think we win away at Torino, so that's 9 points. And I think, unfortunately, draw with Milan. I wouldn't be surprised if we win, but it's that classic. I say 10. I'm confident we'll get 10. I'm confident we will get 10. Minimum 10. I'm confident on this. Yes. And if that is the case, then Europa League would be almost guaranteed. Because the thing here is, I really expect Lazio to collapse. I really do. And we know this very well because, of course you can't compare because we lost the final. And I don't even want to hear comparisons between us losing a final on penalties and them losing quarterfinal on penalties. But they really believed in this Europa League. And I can tell you this easy because I've got a lot of Lazio friends which really believed in lifting this trophy. And they had to believe in it. Because that Europa League side, of that Europa League bracket that they were in, has to be one of the easiest Europa League brackets that could ever get to you. So Lazio bottled it big time yesterday because they had an easy path to the final. And a final is always a final. So the game yesterday destroyed them under every point of view. Psychologically, they are destroyed because losing on penalties destroys you. Mentally destroyed, confidence-wise. All that confidence, all that exhaustion of getting to that comeback, scoring 3 goals in extra time, and then losing on penalties, gone. Fatigue, physical fatigue, 120 minutes. Castellanos, he was injured. Nuno Tavares injured again. Lazio won't win on Monday against Genoa. I would not be surprised if they lose because yesterday's game has destroyed them. And we need to exploit this because Lazio is destroyed now on every point of view. Fiorentina has a semi-final of the Conference League to look at. Milan. You need to put that fight against Bologna, who have a tough calendar like us, and you need to consolidate Europa League because Europa League would be vital and it would be a very big achievement. Read that. Lazio Meta says Philip, we need a live pilgrim to male team next year, says Jules. Is Saud ever going to play? I know he's injured, but even when he isn't, he barely plays. Well, now that we only have one tournament to play, and I don't think he will, mate. I don't think he will stay next season. I wouldn't say that he stays. Now that Ancelotti is probably out, is there any hope of him replacing Ranieri? Highly doubt it, but you never know. Right, I'm going to end it. Hit the like, subscribe, fish emojis in the chat. Today is all about fish. Today is all about salmons. Today is all about korma. Hit the like, subscribe. Thank you very much for 16k subs. It's a dream. Subscribe, keep them going. 100 likes, important game tomorrow. We've got 6 more finals to go. Oh, then we've got the Atalanta game. I forgot the Atalanta game. I forgot the Atalanta game. I didn't consider it. I think we draw that game. Right, catch you tomorrow. See you at.